We definitely have a lot to discuss today, so stay tuned. You see exactly what's going on. Someone did mention medications coming in at it. Even with tomatoes, this is not usual. I mean, I know we be low over here in my parts of New Jersey, but hey family, welcome back to another video. Today is Saturday, so happy Saturday. Hopefully you all are doing well. We're gonna jump right into today's video. This is Shauna, and I'm officially checking in over here at Moments with Us. You guys check in, let us know where you're watching from and how you are doing. All right, so happy Saturday. Hopefully you all had a great week so far and will have a even better weekend. So we're jumping right into our Saturday's news, comments, and reports. Let's go. All right, family. So if you are in the path of this storm, definitely check in. Let us know that you are safe. Very dangerous storm that have been brewed up. So dozens dead as Helene unleashes life-threatening flooding and knocks out power to millions across the southeast. So let's quickly go ahead and cover this. Plenty of families are in our prayers because this is such a sad moment. So death across 5 states thus far. So storm-related deaths have been reported in South Carolina, Georgia, Florida, North Carolina, and Virginia. At least 19 are dead in South Carolina, including 2 firefighters who died in Saluda County. According to the state officials, in Georgia, at least 15 people have died, 2 of them killed by a tornado in Alamo, according to a spokesperson mentioned. So Florida officials reported 8 deaths, including several people who drowned in Pinellas County. 6 more deaths were reported in North Carolina, and they include a car wreck on a storm-slick road that left a 4-year-old girl dead. Oh my God. And in Craig County, Virginia, 1 person died in a storm-related tree fall and building collapse. You guys, this is such a serious storm. They were telling people to evacuate. I did see across social media, there were plenty of rescue teams out there trying to help families. Fires have been started due to, of course, the heavy winds and rainfall, major flooding. It's just a lot. This was a major one here. And this is another storm that's going down with reaching historic levels of rainfall and high winds. Just be mindful, there will be millions of power outages, and it can take some time to restore power in a lot of places. So hopefully people are prepared. There were plenty of warnings sent out, saying that the storm could get bad. But like I said, it did intensify very fast. But yes, this is definitely devastating. So along the East Coast, we would, if the storm didn't hit you bad, like here in New Jersey, for instance, we would be seeing a lot of rainfall, and that's the after effect of the storm. So if you live in a state like mine, I'm sure that your forecast will look a bit like rain and high winds, and there will still be some flash flood warnings as well. So be prepared for that. Be prepared for the store shelves to possibly be looking, empty. If that is not your normal, it could cause some delays with shipments being, sent to the stores as well. So watch out for that. And then we also have to prepare for that strike that can possibly happen. That's another major issue. So there's a lot to prepare for, guys. And this storm, unfortunately, does not make things any better. A lot of people would need major help trying to recover from this one. So please keep everyone in your prayers. And then when it comes down to the recalls seems like it's becoming a daily thing. First it was a recall here and there. Then when it was like monthly. Now I feel like it's like every week to almost daily for a new recall. So here's a recall that can affect your pets. So if you use this here pet food, just at this point toss it out. So here's the current recall on a certain pet food. All right, fam. So it's not just food that's being contaminated. It's also your pet food. So please be careful. So there was a dog food that was pulled from shelves nationwide. So this dog food in particular was contaminated, well, tested positive for salmonella and listeria. So the US FDA reports a pet food company that is voluntarily withdrawing some of their beef and chicken dog food after samples tested positive for salmonella and listeria. So according to the notice, it is the Answers Pet Food based in Fleetwood, PA. They took steps out of an abundance of caution. They're saying the company is now notifying the public, distributors, and retail stores regarding the dog food they say was distributed nationwide in 4-pound bags and also sold online. So it's the Answers Pet Food detailed beef formula for dogs. And they have the UPC code of 85655400210. It's that 4-pound half-gallon carton. Best by expiration date is May 6, 2026, with a lot code of BUBD. May 6, of course, 2026. Also, the Answers Pet Food Straight Beef Formula with the UPC code of 85655400207. Also, that 4-pound half-gallon of carton. Best by expiration date is January 31st, 2026. And that lot code here is the same thing of the BUBD and the January 31st, 2026. Also, the Answers Pet Food Straight Chicken Formula Dogs. And a UPC code is 85655400206. Also, that 4-pound half-gallon carton. Expiration Best Buy is January 2nd, 2026. And the March 11th, 2026 batch there. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys exactly what the picture of that pet food do look like. And then when it comes down to this Boar's Head situation, they honestly should have been taken down a long time ago. So after multiple recalls with the Boar's Head lunch meat, they're finally part of a law enforcement investigation. I feel like Boar's Head, their recall was so large. So large. And after so many failed inspections, why did it take so long to shut this plant down? It really took for people to get sick and start dying. So Boar's Head Plants nationwide is now part of law enforcement investigations. How many of you, since hearing about that Boar's Head lunch meat outbreak, y'all, how many of you have stopped buying lunch meat in general? Because I feel like things just spread. I stopped buying lunch meat. Nope, not buying it. They can have it. Keep it. If it's on the shelves, I'm not buying it. I am not buying it. That Boar's Head lunch meat recall got me shook. I am not buying any lunch meat. I don't care. I'll get that chicken and strut it up. I'll get that piece of turkey and cut it up. I sure would make a turkey sandwich. I sure would make a chicken sandwich out of actual chicken. Hopefully it's that actual chicken, right? But yeah, I'm not buying no lunch meat. They can have it. Try me again like next year or two. But Boar's Head processing plants nationwide are now part of an ongoing law enforcement investigation. Finally, the U.S. Department of Agriculture disclosed Thursday in the wake of a deadly outbreak blamed on some sort of company now recalled deli meats. At least 59 hospitalizations and now 10 deaths have been linked to a listeria strain traced back to the Boar's Head products distributed from a now shuttered plant the company ran in Virginia. So they shut that plant down finally. So they're saying we take very seriously matters of public health and corporate accountability, and an investigation into this matter remains underway and ongoing. And this is from the FSIS, y'all. So the Boar's Head plant in Virginia had been written up, so it was dozens of times, not even a couple of times. Wow, this is some shady crap. They've been written up dozens of times by inspectors over violations. So CBS News first reported in August, based on records obtained through a Freedom of Information Act request, violations flagged at the plant by agricultural officials included mold and insects found throughout the site. But they've been written up dozens of times and was still able to operate. Really? They was still able to make products and get them shipped out to the people? Okay. Something ain't right. Somebody ain't doing their job. That should have been a shut down to further notice until y'all can get y'all crap together kind of thing. But I'm not going to read this whole article. Just know that they are currently being investigated. There was plenty of times when a lot of news companies, at least, went out and asked for comments from Boar's Head, and Boar's Head said, "Guess what? We have no comment." But the FSIS disclosed the existence of the probe in a letter on Thursday when it denied a CBS News request for records on Boar's Head, other plants in Michigan, Arkansas, and in Indiana. That's because those other plants probably look a hot mess too. And they probably are violating some real stuff as well in those Boar's Heads plants. Y'all, like I said, I'm going to stay away from lunch meat because, yeah, I don't want to be one of them people getting sick. But 7.2 million pounds of meat recalled off from Boar's Head. That's a darn shame. I feel for people who actually lost their lives over this. People who actually got sick and hospitalized over this. These are going to be some serious lawsuits. Boar's Head going to have to come up with some real, money to pay these families, basically. This is ridiculous. Now that was out of hand. And I think the people who went out, they should at least release those names of the people who went out and inspected and let it off. Dozens of times, let it off. They just let it off. That don't make no daggone sense. Costing people their lives. Ridiculous. I cannot stand it. But yep, Boar's Head plants. Yes, investigate them nationwide. Because something ain't right with them. All right, so if you can, stay ahead of the game. So port workers from Maine to Texas are set to strike on Tuesday. So you guys can expect shortages and, of course, higher prices. So a container ship makes its way toward the port of New York and New Jersey in Elizabeth, New Jersey. A threatened strike by the International Longshoremen Association could shut the port and others on the East Coast and Gulf Coast starting early Tuesday. So over here on the East Coast where I'm at, and you guys on the Gulf Coast, you guys, yes, it can affect everywhere though, believe it or not. Everywhere and anyone in the States can be affected. So definitely prepare. If you have to go back and refresh your stockpile, go and do that while you can. Because if this strike happens, we will definitely be seeing those shortages and those higher prices. Definitely. So longshore workers at ports from Maine to Texas are set to walk off the job early Tuesday, staging what could become the most disruptive strike to the U.S. economy in decades. All right, y'all. Prepare accordingly and continue to stock up. And as this person asks, is anyone else stocking up before the possible strike next week? Let us know in the comments down below. My stockpile, I guess, will hold us for maybe a little bit. And if not, we would just have to take it as it come. But we're pretty good as far as with stockpiling. Everyone should have basic necessities to throw them over. It might not be the best, but at least you're going to have something. You understand? Long as, even if it's just rice and beans, that's highly always recommended. Rice and dry beans should always be in your stockpile. Flour, water, medications, sugar, spices, canned meat, canned vegetables, canned fruit, things in that sort. But if you are prepping and you're new to it, you're going to prep what you eat and eat what you prep unless things would go to waste. Ready to make meals, definitely something easy. As prices are expected to go up if this strike happened, you might not make it. Well, a lot of people, not just you, if it's just you listening, a lot of people might not make it when it comes down to having to wait to that next paycheck or so, just because prices are so high. So it's better, to have things in your stockpile now versus waiting to the last minute, just because those prices and shortages actually are expected to be a bit worse. So definitely, hopefully you all are prepared as well. All right, family. So please do not take things lightly. We are really living in those times. The whistleblower, which I'll cover in another video, definitely said, one, to stock up and arm yourself and prepare to protect you and your family and stock up on goods. So we're going to go ahead and cover that in another video. But you guys, please, like I said, do not take things lightly. Be prepared for any and everything the best way that you can possibly be prepared. We're going to leave this video right here where it's at. Today is Saturday. It's actually Maya's 4th birthday, so we're going to be celebrating today. I want to get this video up and out to you all. Definitely so much going on. Keeping plenty of people in our prayers over here. Hopefully you all are doing the same. So this is Shauna, and I'm officially checking out from Moments with Us. If you all are new here and you did enjoy today's video, all you have to do is subscribe. And if you've been here before, of course, thank you so much for coming back. Until next time, y'all, you all stay prepped, stay blessed, stay safe, and most of all, remain beautiful queens and kings. Peace out. Have an amazing rest of your weekend. Stock up.